Hello, boys and girls. This is Miss Cullivan, and this is geometry lesson number 2. For this lesson, you are going to need a piece of paper and a pencil. So if you don't have one, please pause the video and go get one and then come back. Okay, so what are we going to be doing today? We're going to be talking about three-dimensional shapes. There are a couple of vocabulary words that I just want to talk to you about before we get started. The first one I want to talk to you about is actually the one that's number 2, and it's red, and that's the word face. In three-dimensional shapes, there are flat sides to the shapes, and in math, instead of calling them sides, we call them a face. Okay, so this is a cube in this picture, and a cube has 6 faces. When 2 faces come together, they make an edge. That's number 1 in green. 2 faces come together, they make an edge, okay? And when 3 faces come together, they make a vertex, which is like a corner. All right, so we're going to be talking about these shapes. We'll be using the words face, edge, and vertex. And all the shapes we see, we'll count how many edges and how many faces and how many vertices each shape has. All right. So we're just going to start talking about the names of the shapes for a minute. Take a look at this one, boys and girls. Isn't that cool? I love this. Do you know the name of that shape, boys and girls? That shape is called a cube. Okay? A cube. And a cube has 6 flat faces. So as you can see when it was spinning around, remember I told you it has faces. It has 8 vertices. And you can see in the green cube, I circled one of the vertices for you. And also on the green cube, I made the edges look red. And a cube has 12 edges. So it has 6 flat faces, it has 8 vertices, and it has 12 edges. Now something else I want to talk about on these cubes are these things. Can a cube roll? No, it cannot. Can a cube stack? Could we take one cube and stack it on top of the other and then another one all on top of each other? Yes, a cube can stack. If you put a cube on a hill or a ramp, could a cube slide? Yes, a cube could slide. So the things I want you to remember about a cube, boys and girls, are that it has 6 flat faces, 8 vertices, 12 edges. It cannot roll, it can stack, and it can slide. All right, here's the next one. Take a look at this. Do you know the name of this shape? This shape, I'm going to wait for it to stop spinning. One more time around so you can get a good look. This shape is called a cylinder. Cylinder. And a cylinder has 2 faces, one at the top and one at the bottom. It has no vertices and no edges. Okay, just those 2 flat faces at the end, one on each end that looks like a circle, no vertices and no edges. And now let's think about this. Could a cylinder roll? Yes, it can definitely roll. Could a cylinder stack? Could we put one cylinder on top of the other and stack them up? Yes, they could. And could a cylinder slide? Yes. So a cylinder can roll, it can stack, and it can slide. It has 2 faces, no vertices, and no edges. Here's the next one. Look at this one. Do you know what this is called? Some of you might be thinking ball, but it's not a ball. It's like the same shape as a ball, but in math we use the word sphere. And that's a tricky one because it has the PH, but it sounds like an F. Sphere. A sphere, boys and girls, has no flat faces, no vertices, and no edges. 0, 0, 0. Now, can a sphere roll? Yep. Can a sphere stack? Could we put one sphere on top of the other and stack them? Nope. And would a sphere slide if we put it on a hill? Nope. The sphere would not slide, it would just roll. Okay, you ready for this next one? All right, look at this one. I don't know how, oh, it's pretty good if you can see it pretty good. Do you know the name of this two-dimensional shape? This one is called a rectangular prism. A rectangular prism. And it has 6 flat faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. Just like the cube, but it's a little bit different because it's a rectangular prism. Now, can a rectangular prism roll, boys and girls? No. Can it stack? Could you stack rectangular prisms on top of each other? Yes. Could it slide? If you put it on something, would it slide? It sure would. Very good. Here's the next one, boys and girls. Do you know what this one's called? It's called a square pyramid. A square pyramid. And I couldn't get a picture to show you this, boys and girls, but if you pick up that square pyramid, on the top parts all look like triangles, right? But if you pick it up and you look at the bottom of the square pyramid, it actually looks like a square. And let's talk about the square pyramid. It has 5 flat faces. 4 of them look like the triangles, and 1 looks like a square. It has 4 vertices, and it has 8 edges. Can a square pyramid roll? No. Can you stack a square pyramid? Could you put one on top of the other? And would they stay? Nope. Can a square pyramid slide? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Very good. Do you know the names of these? The name of this shape? This is called a cone. A cone. A cone has 1 flat face. It has 0 vertices and it has 0 edges. That 1 flat face at the bottom that looks like a circle. No vertices and no edges. Could a cone roll? Yes, it could. Can a cone stack one on top of the other? No. Could a cone slide? Yes. Yes, it could. Good. All right. Take a look at this, boys and girls. This is one of the 3-dimensional shapes Miss Cullivan already taught you. Do you remember the name of it? Do you remember some of the attributes? Some of the things that I said were important? This shape is called a sphere, and it has 0 flat faces, 0 vertices, and 0 edges. How about roll, stack, and slide? Do you remember anything about that? Here's what I remember. It can roll, it cannot stack, and it cannot slide. Very good. Here's the next one. What's that shape called? What do you remember about that shape? This is a cylinder, boys and girls, and it has 2 flat faces, 0 vertices, and 0 edges. How about roll, stack, and slide? It can roll, it can stack, and it can slide. It can do all of those things. How about this one, boys and girls? This one's called a cone. It has one flat face, 0 vertices, and 0 edges. Can a cone roll? Can it stack? Can it slide? It can roll, it cannot stack, and it can slide. Here's our last one, boys and girls. Do you remember this one? This is called the square pyramid, and it has 5 flat faces, 4 vertices, and 8 edges. Can it roll? Can it stack? Can it slide? It cannot roll, it cannot stack, but it can slide. Okay, boys and girls, for the end of this lesson, I'm going to ask you to go on a little shape hunt. See if you can find things around your house that are these shapes. Can you find a sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone? Might be tricky, but see if you can gather some things and then take a picture of you with the things. Miss Colvin posted 2 pictures, but you're only going to be able to post 1. But I found something in the refrigerator that was a cylinder, and I found something in my house that was a rectangular prism. So look around your house and see what you can find and take a picture of it for me. You might be able to label it too. We'll see what you can do. So thank you for listening, boys and girls, and I will be looking for your work online. Bye.